So let's get a little serious and probably a little personal real quick. Talk about some of your tough as a player, former player, you play at a high level. Talk about how some of your toughest moments have shaped you and have gotten you in the position that you are in right now.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like when I was a kid, I was like the little league superstar, right? I was the kid that scored 4 or 5 touchdowns a game. We was, like, when you're. I always tell people this story so you can visualize how poor we were. Okay, football was $25 when I was a kid. My older brother was like, Brennan is the one. My older brother's like, bro, you I'm telling my mom like, you gotta, like, he's killing. My older brother's 6 years older than me, and he's
Wow.
like, he's killing my friends. Like, mom, he's out here killing dudes. Like, and I'm like 6 or 7 at the time, right? I'm young. And my mom is like, man, that boy's too small. He can't play no football. Like, he gonna get hurt. Da, 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 da. Like, I don't got no money for that. Y'all tripping. And so, like a week later, my brother got me like training with a brick full of book bag. He put bricks in a book bag. I'm running around the project building,
Yeah.
training. And he's like, we just gonna keep training, right? We're gonna keep getting ready, and mom gonna give you a check. Like, we're gonna find a way. My brother was like, even if I gotta steal this money, we're gonna find a way to get you on
Wow.
the field. Right. And so my mom comes in the house like a week later and she throws the $25 at my brother, like he better be good.
Mm.
Because I ain't gonna be able to pay the lights. Like our lights was out.
Yeah.
That's I mean, like that's what we was in.
Wow.
Right. And so
Man.
I remember the first game I had 5 touchdowns. I tell the players this story I looked at my mom every touchdown. I'm looking at her like, I told you, like
I
I'm the
got
one,
you.
you know. And so adversity hit really bad for us, when I hit like fifth grade, sixth grade. My mom had been with a guy for a really long time. They got a divorce, like, and stuff got bad. I started working in nightclubs with my mom. I started doing a lot of different stuff that wasn't on the right track. And so, we're moving every year, and we're moving from like the worst project in the city to the next worst project in the city. Like we're in
Mhm.
Paddock, we're in Homewood, we're in Wilkinsburg. These are some of the neighborhoods you don't want to go to in Pittsburgh. This ain't the South Side, North Shore. Like this ain't where you want to be. And so we're moving around different places. And, the best thing that happened to me was when my grandma passed away when I was in 10th grade. Um, she was like, she grabbed my hand, and that was my baby. That was like my safe place. You know what I mean? Like, that was like the one for me. That was the champion for me. Right. She grabbed my hand and she's like, she only asked me to do 2 things. She said, you could try to have a relationship with your dad, because me and my dad up until that point had no really communication relationship. She's like, please try to, at least be his friend, talk to him. And then she
Yeah.
said, just make something of yourself. Because at that time, man, if I'm being honest with y'all, at 15, right? I mean, dudes was getting, I had friends making 5 to 10 grand a day hustling. Right? Like,
Mhm.
why am I in school? Like, these dudes is getting to it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what am I doing? Right? Like,
Yeah.
I'm 140 pounds. Like, I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not thinking I'm going to college to play football. And like, I'm thinking like I'm about to be in these streets getting this money. Right? Like, that's where my mindset is at 15. My grandma passes away. And then I really started focusing back on school, right? Like, then I started trying to get my grades together. And then, another adverse situation, I had to put my mom in a shelter. She had
Mm.
been with a domestic violence situation. And, I pulled a gun on this dude and thought, man, maybe I should end this guy's life, for hitting my mom. And then I just heard my grandma in my ear, like, baby, don't do it. And I
Yeah.
just remember shaking, like, and, I had made the decision there. On that day, I knew, like, all right, I'm going to be successful. I put my mom in the shelter, and I was like, I didn't try to be the perfect angel and protect my mom, be her angel and go through all the stuff with her. And I was like, I'm a man now. Like, bro, you got to man up and figure out how you're going to do this. So I transferred high
Yeah.
schools on my own. I called a coach out of school where my brother went to school because he was older than me. I went to play basketball for that coach. He helped us get an apartment. I had a little bit of money stashed away, helped start the apartment. My mom put some money towards it. Like, we got in a new situation, went to a high school, graduated from there. But because I had transferred so many times, my classes and all that, I went out to junior college in California. And my older brother did something for me that was so special. To this day, I can still hear him doing it for me. I was living in the locker room struggling, right? Like, we ain't got no money. Like I'm living in the locker room, California JUCO. You don't have dorms or a scholarship
Mhm.
or anything like that. So I'm living in the locker room. My brother comes to a game. I just had like 3 touchdowns. I'm going crazy. Mind you, like I'm had a 3.0 in school. Like I'm killing it in school. I'm killing it on the field. I was an All-American this year. I led California junior colleges in all stats, right? Like I was like the guy, right? And so my brother's like, I'm like, bro, I need some money, dog. I'm hurting. I'm tired of living here. Like, I at least could stay in a hotel or something. And he's like, adversity just makes the story better, dog. Like, I'm gonna give you a
Mm.
gift card. He said, you're doing good. You just had 3 touchdowns today. Like, you good. Like,
Yeah.
you eating? You good? You gotta play. Like, you good. He gave me a gift card to Safeway. And I was like, at the time, I was like, man, that's cold as hell. Like, this dude got me, like, I'm like, bro, help me out. He's like, nah, man, you just need some food. Here's a food gift card. Adversity makes a story better. And
Wow.
so now, anytime I go through anything, I just hear my older brother in the back of my head, because that was my dad growing up, right? Like that was the
Yeah.
one who football. That was the one who my older brother he got a scholarship to Purdue, academic scholarship to Purdue. So I had to do something because my older brother did something, right? Like
Yeah.
I had to become something because he was like my hero, right? And so um when I faced adversity, obviously I was projected a first, second, third round pick as a senior at Tulsa, tear my ACL, the last game, conference championship game.
Yep.
I mean, at the time, I didn't already had, that's before, NIL and all that. Like I'm in debt. Like I didn't, because they telling me like you're guaranteed gonna get first or second round. So,
So
you know, I
you- you're acting like
I'm,
it.
I'm living. Yeah, I'm thinking like, man, I got it all figured out.
Yeah.
And I had my plan made up in my head, what house I was going to buy my mom, what I was like. I had already had the money spent and tear my ACL, and they told me my ACL would never be right, like it would never be the same. And I'm hard headed, young. I'm thinking like I had never been hurt before. I'm like
Yeah.
I'm good. Like, I don't hear nothing y'all talking about. I went to the NFL Combine. They told me the same thing at the Combine. Like the doctors, to get up there in your underwear. The doctors checking your knee. They like, dog, I don't know, your knee don't feel right. Like the Dolphins gave me an opportunity. I went down there for a visit. My man Bill Parcells, shout out to Jeff Ireland and Bill Parcells. Bill Parcells says he loves Pittsburgh guys because they're tough. Pittsburgh and Jersey guys.
Mm.
An opportunity down there. I worked my way into the starting lineup there. I'm starting, right? Like I'm running with the ones. I tear my ACL again, warming up in camp. And so the same thing, it just plays in my head of like adversity, right?
Story better.
Just makes the story better, and I'm gonna find a way. And so I get the training, right, and I'm thinking like, man, I'll probably go back into the league. The NFL lockout happens. I coached for a year. My boy is like, because at this time, like, I'm still like, I don't got a lot of Jesus. Like, like I don't really have a, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
I don't
Yeah,
have that. I'm not vertically aligned at this time. You
sure.
know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
still trying to figure it out, right? Like, and so I'm back and forth, out partying every night. I'm from Miami to LA, back to Pittsburgh. Just I'm all over the place. I'm partying, I'm drinking. You give a kid 22 years old who ain't never had nothing, right? I'm on a 7-figure contract, getting paid every week. I'm like, I'm living my best life. One of my friends was like, bro, you should coach. I was like, man, F them kids. I'm not coaching right now. Like I'm coach nobody. You know what I mean? Gotta
FTK, man, them kids.
Yeah, I got a 745. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm good, bro. I'm not coaching no kids right now. And
Right.
I'll never forget, I went to that field, man, and I was depressed, struggling. Right. I went to I just had my daughter, right? Like, I'm a young dad. Like, I went to that field and them kids was looking at me like, man, teach me, coach me. Like, you in the
Yeah.
NFL, dog, you could do like show me how to. And I just never forgot that feeling of like, man. So I
Of
always tell the
wanting it.
kids like I needed the kids more than they needed me.
Yeah,
At
they
that time,
saved you.
yeah, the kids saved me. Like,
Yeah.
right. And I had a kid, like I'll never forget this kid, and he's a preacher now in Oakland. And
Mm.
he's Muslim. And I remember like my faith was kind of shaken at the time, right? Like when you're going through as much adversity as I was going through and the way that I was living and like my faith was shaken, right? I knew God had a plan for me, but I didn't know if it was, like I didn't know what the plan was at the time, right? And so I'll never forget coming in the house one day. I let this kid stay with me. He was staying with his dad. His dad is a comedian, like a famous comedian now, Mario Hodges. And he had just got out of jail. He was trying to take care of all his boys. And this dude was being like a real dad. Like, I love this dude for the type of dad he was being. He had like 5 or 6 boys living in a suburban. Like they was living in a car and they was figuring it out. And I was like, bro, I can't take all your kids, but I'll take your son that's playing football for us right now. Because we had the kids do their testimonies and they why.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I do this every year. Because at James Logan, my first coaching job, that changed my life, hearing those kids' stories and they whys. Because at the time, I'm complaining like my life is bad. I'm making $30,000 every 2 weeks. Like, how's my life bad?
Yeah.
My life ain't bad. It was bad, but
Yeah.
it's not bad. I'm making it be bad, right? And so when that kid came to live with me, Quran was the kid's name. They were Muslim. I would see him praying 5 times a day, every day.
Mm.
And I'm like, man, I'm living wild as hell. I'm not talking to God. I'm complaining. I'm thinking like my life is over. Like I'm even like messed up to the point where like I don't even want to live. Like I'm thinking like if I can't play football, dog, like I don't want to. Like what am I gonna do? And I just remember watching him every day, and every time he would pray, I would just kind of sit there, and he'd be like, he put his mat out like to discipline. Like this dude is living in the
Dedicated
car
to
with
it
his tops.
and discipline. Yeah.
The discipline to pray every day, to have a smile on his face, to be like, I'm good. He
Yeah.
don't got a dollar to his name. He don't know when, like nothing. And that really straightened me up, man. That really got me away from the party and away from the nonsense. And I was like, man, I got to lock in. And so what I did was I tried to go play football one more time. I tore my ACL up there the first day. I'll never forget. I went to Canada. I tore my ACL up there like the first practice.
Damn.
As I'm in the hospital room, the Cowboys called me like, hey, we wanted to work you out next week. How you doing? Because this is during like the NFL lockout, and they just
Yeah.
opened up. And I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
And I remember being in that hospital room and just going like, look, Dad, I'm gonna just go all in on this coaching thing. I'm gonna let this football thing go. Maybe God don't want me to do this. I'm gonna try this coaching thing and go all in on this coaching thing. I got back to California and I just started coaching. I mean, I'm coaching anybody for free, anywhere. Hey, Doc, you want to work? Boom, let's go. And I just started building it up. And I was at this school with these billionaires. It's called the Harker School, Harker Academy. We have 7 billionaires on our team, families who have, that type of money. And I remember them just telling me every day, like, Coach, you shouldn't be here. You should be a college coach. You should be a high school head coach. Like, you too good to be here with us. And that's when I just started applying for high school head coaching jobs and got one. And, you know, that's what I said. Like, you don't even be wanting to do things and God will move you to somewhere that you didn't even fit. Right. But if you have that
Wow.
mind, like this adversity is just going, like this adversity is helping me. It's not
Right.
it's hindering me or crippling me. It's helping me get to where I
Yeah.
want to get.
Yeah.
It's
If
not
people will
stopping you.
learn,
It's not
coach, in
stopping you. It's
life,
strengthening you.
yeah, if people will learn, Chico, what you just said in life, that more times than not, the path is the adversity. A lot of people see adversity as that's directing me to go another way, when actually the adversity is leading you to where you're supposed to go. Like if you face it and go through it, it's the other side of it that's the promotion. But if you spend your life taking the opposite fork in the road, the one without the adversity, not only does not get you where, it's going to still lead to adversity. You can't avoid it.
Come right back around to
It's crazy. I mean, if you looked at all I've done is tried to give kids the work ethic and mentality I had to make it out of Section 8, to make it out of the locker room and living in the press box. Right. And I say, like, if I give that to a talented kid and he takes it, they become all Americans. They get drafted first round. They get big NIL deals. It's because I'm just giving them the mentality and the work ethic I had to get out of the situation that I was in.
Yeah.
I didn't have a dad. I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have a coach who was like, bro, we got to work. Here we go. This got to work for you. Here's the
right.
plan. Like, right. I didn't get that until I got to the University of Tulsa. I had like really 2 coaches, right, that gave me like the game, right? The game within the game, like really taught me how to, you know, elevate. Most of the coaches that I had, because of all the adversity I was going through as a kid, they really were just nice guys to me, right? They just put their arm around me. Did you eat today? Right. And that's important. But you also need somebody who gives you a strategy. You know, you're a man, right? You got to provide, you got to protect, you got to earn, right? Somebody who can put that dog in you, that right. And that's why I love Coach Prime from the standpoint of, like, I told him, dog, like, it's great that you're Deion Sanders and Prime, like you as my hero as a kid, you know, looking at you as, man, 21. I remember getting yelled at from my mom, like, you can't like the Cowboys. We from Pittsburgh, boy. You like you like the Steelers. Like, you can't like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but I love Coach Prime from the standpoint of, like, the humility to be that guy and to go all the way to a kid from Little League to the NFL through all the different phases. Right? Like, how humble is that dude? That's what I look at people like. I like humility of people.
Peace in the Middle East. Thank y'all for coming out. Y'all make sure y'all go to mybookie.com or mybookie.ag. Let me get it right. Mybookie.ag is where you need to be, and use promo code BIWGDOW. That's big dog.
Smell your mic. What's your mic smell like?
My mic smell good.
Yeah, okay.
Good and terrible.
That's what you said.
Good and terrible.
Good and terrible. This is the trash. Donation. Don't be hitting on me. Damn trash.
Tall black motherfucker. Your ass up in here. All right, we're gonna be up in about it. Peace in the Middle East. Thank y'all for coming out. Morning run.
This is crazy. Hey, while that countdown going out, if you're still in here, hit that like button. Hit the like button. When it goes off, get ready to hit the hype button. Stop playing with your boys. And almost 900 in there, man. Hit the like button.
Hit like. Hit the like, please. Hit the like. Get to the chopper.
Von Randall, I am not changing the sheets. I have no reason to change the sheets. If ain't nobody grown daughter coming over here, it's just me.
Lord Jesus. Somebody please. Chocolate and Scott. Black Fist Hot. Flash. That's them right.
Play that music, Chico. Take us out of here.
Yeah, y'all. You. Someone to give. Someone to miss. Lonely hours and moments like this. To be loved. To be loved. Oh, what a feeling. To be loved.
F you. Yes, F you too.